Please, clerk, raise your right hand, please.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you shall give in the cause now in hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You can just follow me, please. Just take your time. Just watch your step.
Thank you.
Please.
You may proceed.
Your Honor, could you please state your name for the record?
Good afternoon, Marlene Ramdahal.
And can you please spell your name for the record?
Yes, Marlene, M-A-R-L-E-N-N-Y. Last name R-A-M-D-E-H-A-L.
And what is your occupation, ma'am?
I am a senior U.S. probation officer.
And what is your jurisdiction?
The District of Massachusetts,
Where is your office located?
in Taunton.
And how long have you been a federal probation officer?
Approximately 12 years.
Are you familiar with Brian Walshe?
I am.
And how long have you known Mr. Walshe?
Since November of 2021?
And that's when you first met him?
Yes.
And how often did you see him?
Approximately once every 60 days.
And how did you see him?
At his residence or at my office.
And can you please identify him for the record?
Mr. Walsh is in the black sweater.
Thank you. Your Honor, might the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant?
The record will so reflect.
In January of 2023 and December of 2022, was Mr. Walshe, the defendant, subject to conditions set by a federal district court?
He was.
And what were those conditions?
He was subject to a number of conditions, to include home confinement, which limited his movement in the community.
When was the defendant authorized to leave his home?
He was authorized to leave his residence with a pre-scheduled pass, so he would have to ask permission before leaving his home.
Did he have set windows that he was allowed to leave?
He did.
And what was he required to do before leaving his home?
Prior to leaving his residence, he would have to have an approved schedule.
And who would approve that schedule?
I would.
Where was he allowed to go?
A client on the home confinement program is only allowed to leave the residence for essential necessities, so things such as employment, education, religion, treatment, attorney visits, court-appointed activities. He was also allowed to do things such as grocery shop, banking, grooming, things of that nature. He also had permission to do things with his children and his mother.
So what did he need to do as far as specifying where he would go?
So on Thursdays, he was to submit schedules to me with what essential necessities would be required for the following week.
And how would he do that?
He would send me an email.
Okay. And what email did he use?
brw@tensaleconsulting.com.
What permission did he have to leave the state?
He did not have permission to leave the state.
You said that he was allowed to go for necessities. Is a restaurant considered a necessity?
No, it is not.
What did he have to do if he wanted to deviate from the schedule that he had submitted on Thursdays, I believe you said?
Correct. Yeah, if there was a change to the schedule, he would be required to submit a new schedule request.
And how would he do that?
Again, via email.
And who would he do that to?
Myself.
So I want to ask you about Friday, January 6th of 2023. Did you see the defendant that day in person?
I did.
Okay. And what contact did you receive from him requesting permission for his window for the following week?
On January 6th, Mr. Walsh submitted a schedule for Wednesday, the 11th. He requested a haircut appointment from 1:30 to 3:15. He also requested a pass for the 12th to meet with his probate attorney from 10:30 to 3:15.
What contact did you have from the defendant on January 5th of 2023?
On January 5th, Mr. Walsh contacted me to inform me of law enforcement contact, which is required by his conditions of release. He also notified me that his wife Anna was missing.
What was his window of release on Thursday, January 5th?
On January 5th, he had a reoccurring schedule to drop off his children between 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. He then had a pass to assist his mother with some errands from 10:15 to 1:30. And then he had a reoccurring schedule to pick up his children from 3:45 to 6:15.
And the morning schedule and the afternoon schedule, was that a set recurring schedule?
Correct, Monday through Friday.
And was the middle, the time that he was with his mother, was that also a recurring time, or was that something he had just requested?
He had just requested it the week prior.
And what was the window of release for Wednesday, January 4th?
The 4th would have been drop off children from 8 to 10:30. Then he had a reoccurring groceries schedule from 11 to 1:30, and again, pickup of the children from 3:15 to 6:45.
So that was all prearranged?
Correct, yes.
And what was the window of release on Tuesday, January 3rd?
Tuesday, drop off children, 8 to 10:30. Pick up children 3:15 to 6:45, and he had a reoccurring schedule as well to get his trash out, and that was from 7:50 to 8:20, I believe.
In the evening?
In the evening, sorry.
Okay. And why did he need that for the trash?
Because it wasn't on his property.
Okay. And what was the window of release for Monday, January 2nd of 2023?
On Monday the 2nd, he only had pickup and drop off of the children, so 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., and then pick up from 3:15 to 6:45.
Okay. But did you receive some information about an unauthorized leave for that day?
I did.
And when was that?
Approximately 3:53 p.m.
And did you speak to him?
I did.
And what contact did you have with him?
I reached out to him to ask him about the unauthorized leave, and he indicated that he was picking up his children per usual.
Okay. And in fact, the 3:15 to 6:45, was that authorized for Monday, January 2nd, 2023, being a holiday?
It was, because there was no notification that school was not in session.
And what was the window of release on Sunday, January 1st of 2023?
On the 1st, he had submitted a request to return his mother home from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
And what do you mean, return his mother home?
He indicated that his mother was staying with him post-surgery, and he was taking her back to her residence.
And when was that window established?
That would have been the week prior, so I want to say December 22nd.
And where did he indicate that he would be returning his mother?
To her residence.
And where was that, if you know?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. And at that point, did he ask permission to go to a restaurant?
He did not.
For January 1st of 2023?
He did not.
And was the defendant allowed to go places if he had not cleared it with you first?
He was not allowed to do any unapproved stops.
If I might have one moment.
You may.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-exam.
Yes, thank you.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So did I hear you right that said the Mr. Walsh asked to be able to go 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sunday, January 1st? He asked that the prior week of December 22nd.
That is correct.
And there were, to go out to a restaurant, that wouldn't have been correct.
It would need court approval. Probation does not have the authority to approve non-essential necessities.
So you'd have to go through a court process. That'd take quite a while to go through the federal court process.
It's a motion to the court, so it's just a documentation that needs to be submitted.
But it has to be filed, it has to be decided, it has to be returned.
That is correct.
So, and there's always the chance that it wouldn't be allowed.
Correct.
So if somebody like Mr. Walsh wanted to take his wife out to a restaurant for New Year's Day, there's a chance that he wouldn't be permitted and get permission to take his wife to a New Year's Day dinner, even if he had filed a request.
There is that chance, correct.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Any